Welcome back to the Davie Village Community Garden. I'm Johanna Ward, and this is our Express special on people following their dreams. Up next, meet two Vancouver women who left their day jobs to do something a little bit different: make ice. Yeah, here's the story behind On the Rocks, Vancouver's coolest ice business.
So it's good, we're all set for tomorrow then, right?
Yeah.
Meet Vancouver's ice princesses.
Yeah, lots of people are like, what do you do?
No, they're not cold as ice, they just sell it.
Crystal clear, it's very clean, fresh.
Jennifer Traylor and Danielle Nesbitt are the women behind On the Rocks. And
I think they're gonna be awesome, so yeah.
And their goal is to make the ice industry a little bit cooler.
We found the industry to be, from our perspective, a little stagnant. Kind of the same for many years. I think for us, really thinking outside the cube, like doing something that hasn't been done before, and we wanted to bring some fun into it.
And that's exactly what they're doing. Besides clever marketing and branding, they've come up with ice spears.
It is made with reverse osmosis, so it's ultimate chilling with minimal dilution.
Danielle and Jennifer gave up their day jobs to build the business.
Before I started the business, I was in sales, so I was selling skincare to various spas and salons. I think I got to a point where I didn't feel challenged anymore. I worked as an interior designer in a local shipyard. Very exciting job. It's very luxurious. In the end, it just wasn't right for me.
And so the friends became partners.
Danielle and I, we've been friends since we were 3, so we've known each other for a very long time. So it's really nice to work with somebody when you know their quirks, you know how they work, you know their level of work, their personalities, and you know that you can mesh.
And On the Rocks is showing no signs of cooling down.
A lot of it comes down to our brand. The biggest feedback we get is customer service.
In this business, there's tons of sales reps.
Hi Dan, nice to see you.
Danielle, how are you? Every week I get an email from Danielle. I even remember the emails because she does a sign-off every time with, like, you know, cool as can be, or the rebirth of cool, or something like that at the end.
Danielle and Jennifer's advice: don't get left out in the cold. Take chances in life.
Go after your dream, you know. If it's something you want, you don't ever want to look back and go, I wish I'd tried that, or I wish I'd done that. It's nice to have a challenge every day. I definitely couldn't imagine going back.
I'm Bianca Solterbeck in Vancouver for the Express.
On the Rocks ice is frozen from the inside out, so the cubes are crystal clear. Pretty swanky. So we've got some ice clinking in your glass. How about we serve up some food on the road to success? Arturo's Mexico To Go has enjoyed rave reviews, and as we'll see in this next story, it's thanks to one man's big dream and passion for Mexican cuisine.
We use cilantro, tomatoes, fresh mangoes to make all this sauce.
Arturo's Mexico To Go produces fresh, authentic Mexican fare for hungry Vancouverites. This business on wheels is a dream come true for the Spanish-born, Mexican-raised owner who always wanted to be an entrepreneur.
The opportunity came, a friend of mine called me and they said, oh, they're going to be permits for the city of Vancouver to open a food cart. And I said, wow, that's a good chance. And I saw Cordova and Howe waterfront, and I said, that's the one I want. I applied, it was for the lottery, it was a lottery, so I won the spot.
A little bit of luck, years of experience in the food business, and a passion for Mexican cuisine made for a winning food truck formula.
For some reason I knew the menu, I designed the menu, I say, they're gonna like this one. This menu, right? Mexican food is a lot of fresh, a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables. Some tomatoes and jalapeno, okay? Done. It's really healthy, it's delicious, so I think it's perfect for Vancouver.
I'm going to try the salmon tostada, the special.
Yeah, right away. I love my work, I love the job, I love the business. I work with the office schedule too, office people's schedule, so I don't have to work on Sundays or Saturdays, so that's a nice bonus too. It's a great business.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it's going to be delicious. Thank you.
You're welcome, bye. It goes on the side. There's a jicama masala.
At Arturo's Mexico To Go, there's a fixed menu of about a dozen choices, plus ever-changing daily specials, so there's tons to choose from. It's a little flavor of sunny Mexico in the heart of chilly downtown Vancouver.
Salmon tostada. I always dreamed to have a business in Vancouver, in downtown Vancouver, but I never saw myself doing this, so this is like a, came from heaven.
In Vancouver, I'm Kendall Harris for The Express.
Arturo's Mexico To Go food truck is parked on the corner of West Cordova and Howe Street in downtown Vancouver, business days, so Monday to Friday. You can check out their full menu, including their gluten-free options, online. You're watching The Express, and we're meeting more people making their dreams a reality coming up. After the break, Inside Performance.
We're using facilities in Richmond and out at UBC, and I couldn't understand why there wasn't something here.
Just pop it in. Yeah.
Climb on.
I was out every weekend doing something fun, which made me the most outdoorsy person anybody knew.
The Express. We are your local voice.
Community programming on Shaw has been generously sponsored in part by
hairstyling and color services for Shaw TV, provided by The Lounge Hair Studio, loungehairstudio.com.
I think the Sea to Sky Trail is very unique in the fact that people with different disabilities, different levels of disabilities, maybe not even disabilities, maybe someone with a stroller or someone who just has a hard time walking. Just having a trail of this extent, going through the wilderness the way that it does, we never get to see that anywhere, and we never get to use something like that anywhere. You don't have to be disabled, but just to be out with your friends, your family, it's so important and it's so rewarding.
What's your thing? Bugs. Everybody's gotta have a thing.
My thing's sound effects. Here's a T-Rex.
Nobody's good at everything. Everybody's good at something. What's your thing?
Welcome back to The Express at the Davie Village Community Garden. Yes, this is a blossoming garden in the middle of a bustling city. Sounds like a big dream to me. Kind of like this next story on our Follow Your Dreams special, where a North Vancouver father took two problems and created one solution.
There's no screaming fans, nobody selling peanuts, popcorn, or programs, just a group of young people who love baseball, and a dad that's made it possible for them to play all year round.
I have 3 boys that play baseball year-round, and on the North Shore of Vancouver. Wet, rainy season throughout the majority of the year, and we were using facilities in Richmond and out at UBC. And I couldn't understand why there wasn't something here other than a gym or a school gymnasium.
The facility boasts 4,500 square feet of turf with the ability to create 5 separate batting cages, but it's much more than just baseball.
Right now we have roughly 800 square feet of functional training gym. We use athletic trainers that work in a whole series of ways of training the athletes. So we have a real good group of athletic trainers that work with the young athletes. We have a cardio area. We do group fitness for adults as well. And then in here we have our healthcare services. So we have physiotherapy, sport chiropractor, and massage therapy.
14-year-old Nick Wark says Inside Performance gives him the chance to be ahead of the game for next season.
Okay, there. You moved it at the end.
Yeah.
Okay, so you landed like this.
It's amazing. Nothing like this is in Vancouver, and so it's great because you're not doing anything for almost a year, and then so this you can train in the off season and be even better and warmed up for the new season.
So now we're going to go to here, and what are we going to lead down the mound with? So I want you to lead with your hip and your knee.
He's teaching me to always keep balance when you're lifting your leg up, and always keep in a straight line, so not opening up when you're going down. Instead, lift up your knee and then follow down in a straight line.
A big reason Stefan started his business was for his sons, and they're learning much more than just baseball.
well, not only does this teach me like about, you know, baseball and stuff like that, but when I move on and stuff, you know, you can never say you can't do anything, because that's what's going to hold you back from doing what you want to do.
Running one business is a lot of work, but Stefan says he's just getting started in the athletic training business.
Tell you what, the way that I see this is, this isn't going to be my first location. I want to do another location, but I want to do it. I mean, I've already got dreams and visions of having something twice the size of this.
I'm Peter Verge in North Vancouver for The Express.
The facility is mainly for baseball, but Stefan is also working with soccer and hockey players so that they'll have a place to train during the off-season. And he has big dreams of expansion so that he can include sports psychology as well. Expansion, that's something that Dan Butler knows all about. He climbs all over the world, the Pyrenees, the French Alps. But when it came time for him to find a town to settle down in, he hitched a ride to Squamish.
Once a piece has held you and kept you from hitting the ground, you develop a small, empathetic, relationship with that piece. You're like, well, it worked last time.
Everyone has dreams, and Dan Butler is one of those fortunate few who has the tools to take him there. Every climber builds his or her own personal climbing rack. Dan has an almost 10-year relationship with this old friend.
We could just do the climbers.
But instead of trad climbing gear, today's time-efficient top roping tool of choice is a Russian-made ushba.
Just pop it in. Yeah, that's right. I call it my reliable little Russian partner. It will allow me to basically kind of go out after work if you only have a couple of hours and just kind of climb solo alone. You can get a lot of climbing in then because you don't have to share cliff time with your partner.
I think that's the better one for sure.
Yeah. This ushba helps Dan navigate that tricky tango between the footwork of running a business and clocking in climbing time. Dreams don't always come the way we plan them. The writing simply isn't always on the sign.
There's way more paperwork than I expected. There are just dozens of international suppliers and tons of customs paperwork. It's not why it wasn't included in the dream.
But both working and climbing in Squamish has always been Dan's dream. For this Alberta native, Squamish was always a mythical place of formidable splitter and granite cracks. A place he pilgrimaged to for more than 25 years. But finally, 5 years ago, Dan made this climbing haven a full-time reality.
I'd been living in Montreal, Quebec, and things were going fine there. I was out every weekend doing something fun, which made me the most outdoorsy person anybody knew. But in Squamish, if you're only out doing something twice a week, people assume you're injured. Ooh, wasps. Lovely. Squamish is a lot about people giving other people positive energy, good beta for the climbs, and good route information, and just generally being a positive place to come climb. And a lot of people will say that Squamish is kind of like what Camp 4 at Yosemite was 15, 20 years ago.
So like this classic climb called the Flying Circus, Dan has moved beyond a 5.10A dream. He's looking to steeper adventures, a dream that succumbs less to time and more to a limitless, open-ended sky.
Interesting. What dreams do I have for myself now? I think I'm probably searching for a little bit more freedom. One of the downsides to the shop is that it's hard to get away for sort of extended periods of times, but I think I've got some plans afoot that I should be able to take some longer road trips and go look at other people's books.
Yearly 2 to 3 week climbing trips to Argentina and Australia weren't big enough for Dan. If you've had success in achieving one dream, why not dream bigger on your second?
A 2-month road trip once a year seems perfectly reasonable.
Especially when you have the tools on your life's rack to do it. From Squamish, I'm Nicole Fitzgerald for The Express.
You can tag along on Dan's dream anytime, picking up rental climbing gear at Climb On in Squamish, including ice climbing gear in the winter. You're watching The Express, and it's time now for our spotlight on local events. Sing and laugh in this inspirational class for adults. Create instant songs, spontaneous solos, 3-part harmony, and backup vocals. All you need is an interest in music and a sense of humor. This workshop will demonstrate the basics of animation and give you the chance to make your very own short animated film. This quick-witted workout is taught by the finest players of the Vancouver Theatre Sports League. It's designed for any adult interested in dipping a creative big toe in the wavy waters of improv. No experience is necessary. And that's it for today's Express from the Davie Village Community Garden. Today's show was all about people following their dreams and making the most of every minute. And we want to know what you thought. Were you inspired by any of the stories on today's show? Do you have a story of your own to share? You can follow us on Twitter, you can find us on Facebook, and you can also email us directly, theexpress@shaw.ca. I'm Johanna Ward, following dreams of my own. We're going to leave you with scenes from the Vancouver International Film Festival, and we'll see you next time.
You gotta trust me. It's almost like I already see it in the news.
Oh, come on.
Hey, that bridge will collapse at 12:15 a.m. tonight. That's 2 minutes. Finn, that's 2 minutes. Damn it, Finn.
Get out of
just
the way,
listen.
Donovan.
Damn it, Finn. Come on. Hey, don't go. Out of your mind. Hey, come on, Finn, please get off the bridge. Come on, Finn, please get off the bridge.
It's not going anywhere.